I was going to my ex's wedding, not to congratulate him, but to hand his new bride a DNA test that would destroy their marriage before they even cut the cake. The woman my ex-fiancé, Mark, cheated with actually had the audacity to send me a formal wedding invitation. She thought she was showing off her ultimate victory, bragging that she had successfully stolen my man and won. But she made one fatal psychological error. She was so busy celebrating her theft that she forgot to check who my ex was sleeping with while they were planning their wedding. Yesterday afternoon, I walked into their luxury reception, completely ready to drop a nuclear bomb on their entire future. If you want to watch a toxic, arrogant cheater freeze in absolute terror the exact second his secret double life is exposed to his entire family, hit that subscribe button right now. Because this is the exact story of how a bragging mistress accidentally invited her own destruction. For 3 years, Mark and I shared a life, until I discovered he was sleeping with a woman named Sarah. When I caught them, they didn't even apologize. Sarah laughed, looked me up and down, and told me that Mark deserved a real woman, not a boring workaholic. I quietly packed my bags and left, cutting off all contact. A year later, the invitation arrived in my mail. Sarah wanted to rub my nose in her happily ever after. Instead of crying or throwing it away, I smiled. Because just 3 weeks prior, Mark's younger, actual secret girlfriend had reached out to me on social media, crying, holding a positive pregnancy test and DNA results proving Mark was the father. He had been cheating on his new fiancée the entire time. I kept the secret completely safe. Psychologically, revenge is sweetest when the person thinks they have achieved total perfection. I bought a stunning black dress, printed out copies of the DNA paperwork, and placed them inside a beautiful silver wedding card. Yesterday was the big day. The church ceremony ended, and the grand reception hall was packed with over 200 guests. Mark and Sarah were standing on the main stage, glowing with pure, unadulterated arrogance. When it was time to drop off gifts, I walked straight up to the head table. The moment Mark saw me, his face instantly drained of all color. His hands began to shake so violently he almost dropped his champagne glass. Sarah smirked, leaning forward. "Look who crawled back," she whispered loudly. "Did you bring us a gift?" "I did, Sarah," I said smoothly, my voice clear and calm. "I brought you the truth." I didn't hand the card to Sarah. Instead, I walked right up to the DJ booth, grabbed the main microphone, and connected my phone to the giant projector screen behind the bride and groom. "Ladies and gentlemen," I boomed into the microphone, "let's look at Mark's latest achievement." Instantly, the screen filled with the medical paternity documents, alongside timestamps of Mark's frantic text messages begging his pregnant side chick to get an abortion so Sarah wouldn't find out. The room went dead silent. You could literally hear a pin drop. Sarah turned around, staring at the screen, her mouth opening in a silent scream of pure horror. Mark fell back into his chair, sweating profusely, hiding his face in his hands as his own parents stood up in absolute disgust. Sarah turned on Mark, screaming at the top of her lungs, ripping her veil off her head and throwing her wedding cake directly at his face before running out of the hall in tears. The wedding instantly turned into a chaotic nightmare. Sarah thought she was playing chess with a heartbroken ex, but she didn't realize she was just a pawn who invited the executioner straight to her front door. Turnabout.